I went from this to this. A partial get ready with me. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sheila. Thank you so much for being here. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show a partial get ready with me. I had already done my eyes, and I'm basically just showing you a new powder foundation that I picked up. It's not new, but it's new to me. It's a Bare Minerals powder foundation and how I apply it. In addition to that, I'm doing a hair video on the same day. So as I'm putting this powder foundation on, my hair is going to be in curlers. So that's why. And then I'll have another video right after this video with how I did my hair to look like this. So anyhow, it's sort of like a two-parter. I'll show this video first, and then when my next video after that goes up, I'll have the one about the hair. So I'll have the same clothes on in both videos. Alright, well, before I get started, I want to welcome you. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Now let's get on to this partial get ready with me. Before I get started, I'll tell you what I already have put on. Of course, I have my skincare on, and I have my sunscreen on. That's all I have on my face. On my eyes, I did my eyebrows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and I just, run it through. My eyebrows are still pretty good. It's just missing a little bit right in this area, a little on the end. So that's all I do. And then I used eyeshadow. I don't know if you can tell. Every time I think, wow, I put on a lot of eyeshadow, then I see myself on camera and I can't even see it. Because I apply it light, I don't use any deep colors, but anyhow, I did make the effort. And first I put down the eyeshadow primer, the Milani eyeshadow primer. And then I put this Neutrogena matte eyeshadow as a base in the shade Toasted Eggshell, number 10. And here this is. It's just the color of skin, so it's lighter than my skin. And I put that all over the lid. And then I used the Makeup Geek palette, and I used this shade, and this shade. I used this shade, the lightest shade, right on my mobile lid, and then in the upper section, I guess you call it the transition shade, I used this very light pink shade, and then on the sides here, I used the deeper pink. Like I said, it probably isn't even showing, but I put it on. And then I just curled my lashes, and I used the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Primer and this L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. Now this shade is in Burgundy. I had never tried burgundy before. I'd never tried any color but black or brown. But I saw this at Walmart and thought, I'm going to give it a try. And I actually really like it. I don't think they look burgundy. I mean, if I look real close in a magnified mirror, I can tell it's like a dark burgundy. But other than that, I don't think you would notice. All right, well, let me get on with this foundation. Now, this is new to me. It's the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation powder foundation. And even though I'm a dry skin girl, I can wear something like this. And I got the perfect shade. It's called Tawny. And I put a very light coat on. I'm assuming you could build it up and make it look heavier. I don't typically wear foundation or things on my face like that. And I thought, well, let me give this a try. So I have this e.l.f. brush. It's a double-ended brush. And I'm going to just put some of that on there and just start applying it, rubbing it in. I just do some circular motions very lightly. I mean, I hardly wear any because just I don't care for foundation type products. But this does not make me dry. It comes on so nicely. I think it looks very, very soft, and you can't even tell you have any on, in my opinion. So I don't know if you can tell a difference from one side to the other. Probably not, because I don't put enough on, but that's okay. Works for me. And now I'll do this side, and again, I'll start about right here. And I don't really do my whole face. I just do the parts that I think need it. And I'll do these circular motions again. Come around. I don't go on my neck and all that stuff. I don't touch my forehead. And can you tell a difference at all? Maybe not. Maybe I'll try just a touch more, maybe right here in the center. We'll see. I mean, it's good enough for me. Maybe you all wouldn't even bother to put it on if you're going to put it on that lightly, but it works for me. So that's the Bare Minerals Bare Pro in Tawny. I did get this at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, I forget which one. I showed it in an earlier video, and I'm so pleased with it, and I know it was under $10. It might have been $7.99. Next, I will put on my Garnier Roller Ball, the Anti-Dark Circle Brightening Roller Ball. This is what I use for concealer because I can't wear concealer. So I just put some down like this, and then I'm just going to tap that in with my finger. And I mainly just put it right in here where I'm dark. I don't come all up in here because I feel like I need to. And I like a little bit of it, you know, coming right down here. So I just do that. Try to get rid of some of the dark look. And this stuff is so thin, so creamy, and does not settle in any lines. Trust me, I'm 70. I have lines. It doesn't settle in them. That's why this is all that I wear. I usually put a little on my nose just because I feel like it. I don't know if it does anything. It's just something I like to do. And then I'll put on some bronzer, and I'm going to use this shade. It's called Tawny. It's by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I got this at Marshall's for $11.99. I got this like a year ago. And I take this little kind of kabuki brush, dab that in there. And I don't do like what they call contour and make a line, you know, under each cheek to kind of chisel out your cheeks because my face is thin enough. My cheekbones are high and I'm already hollow in here, so I don't need to do anything to further that. But I just use the bronzer for the color. And I just really kind of put it all over my face since I don't wear foundation and heavy coverage. So I just put that on to give myself some color. I swirl it in. No rhyme or reason to how I do it. That's just how I do it. And then, of course, I'm going to put on some blush. Now, the blush I think I'll try today is this one. It's so pretty. This is by Bobbi Brown. It's called Antigua 2 Illuminating Powder, Blush Powder. And I got this at TJ Maxx or Marshall's a while back, many months back. So I'll just take this sort of angle brush, go into here, and lightly do my upper cheeks. I just kind of stay back here. I stay away from the front of my face, and I head up, and I just kind of, swirl it and blend it in. Again, I don't want like a streak or anything. So I'll do the same on this side. Just kind of go around like that. And I think that's good enough. I think I can see it. You might not be able to see it, but I can. Come down my nose, the center of my face. I'm done with that. And the last thing I do is my highlighter, which for me is the Vaseline Body Balm Stick. I talk about this all the time on my channel. It's what I use for highlight because it's definitely moisturizing because it's Vaseline. And it's not going to show any texture. And it just gives me the sheen where I want it. So I usually put just a little on the tip of my nose, right above my upper lip. Then I tap it way up high on this orbital bone and around my temple, where most people apply highlighter. I'm not looking what I'm doing, so I'm going by feel. And then I usually just put a little dot right here on the cheeks, a little. And that's it for that. Last thing is some lipstick. So today I think I will try this. I've worn it before and I love it. It is by Revlon. It's in the color 668 Primrose, I think it says. It looks kind of lavender pink to me. I don't do a lip liner. Good enough for me. So that's basically it. And my recommendation on this Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation, I would recommend it. It works for me. And as I said, I'm a dry skin girl. So if you've never tried it, if you go to your TJ Maxx or Marshalls, they may carry it. And if you use it and put it on heavier, more like coverage, let me know how that looks. Because I've never tried that. I just kind of lightly dust it on to even my skin tone. Well, now I'm going to leave you with an inside beauty tip. My inside beauty tip today is on change. Does anybody like change? I don't know that I can say I like change or I welcome change because most of us don't. At least that's the way I think. Change is hard. You're comfortable with the way things are and you don't want it to change. Well, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, things do change. They're constantly changing. Our circumstances, our situations, our appearance, everything changes. And once you learn to embrace it and accept it, it's really not that bad. I think it's just the thought of it is what holds us back. If we can get beyond that, change usually works out for our good. I have had many situations in my life that were big changes. Moves, moved to a different home, a different location, a different state, change in jobs, change in so many areas of my life, as most of us do. And we kind of go against it. We don't like it because we're comfortable and familiar with how things are. But it has always worked out for me. And now I have to look at change as a good thing because I grow from it and things just seem to work out better than I could have ever imagined. And we can't stop change. That's another thing. Why waste the time and the energy fighting against change when we can't control it? Things change. Look in the mirror. You look at yourself one day and all of a sudden you look at yourself again and you look different. You've changed. Your face has changed. The shape of it, the structure, the skin, the wrinkles. We get older. You look in the mirror, your body's changed. It's changed from 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Things just change whether we like it or not. So I just want to say that from my own experience, I don't believe we have to fear change or worry about it as much as we do. I think that's just an automatic human reaction. We don't want something to change. But when you realize you can't control it, and the best part is, it usually works out for the good. Even better than what you had. It's so much easier to accept. I'd love to know how you feel about change. If you just automatically embrace it, or if you kind of stand back from it and, oh, I don't want this. I don't want to change. I don't want to move. I don't want to go to another state, or whatever it may be. Comment in the comments below and let me know how you feel about change. Well, thank you so much for being here. I truly do appreciate it. And until we meet again, this is the old girl signing out. See ya.